Hi, thank you for taking the time to check out this video. I promise you won't be disappointed. Please take a moment to hit the subscribe button. When you are done watching the video, I'd like to know if you enjoyed it or not. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you did not enjoy it, hit the dislike button. Also, your feedback is important to me, so please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. And finally, if you care, feel free to share this video on all social media platforms. Now, let's begin. All right, guys, I'm back with another one. And I'm still talking about the Kate Martin situation. I'm still talking about Kate Martin being waived by the Golden State Valkyries. So, I noticed something strange. All right, I noticed something strange. Earlier in the day, it showed that Kate Martin was waived by the Golden State Valkyries. But I noticed something later in the day that showed that Ileana Rupert is out indefinitely due to pregnancy slash childbirth. So Rupert, or Rupier, I, not 100% sure how her name is pronounced. Um, she is a member of the team. She did make the team, but she's out due to childbirth, pregnancy. I'm not sure if she's pregnant or if she had the baby. If she's pregnant, um, she's likely not going to be back this season. If she had a baby, I don't know. She's likely not going to be back this season. If she is, it's going to be really late in the season. So I don't know what the specifics are, but this is listed under the WNBA transactions page for Thursday, May 7th, 2026. Um, I just find it strange that they posted this. I mean, is a player out due to pregnancy slash childbirth? Is that a transaction? I mean, this is WNBA transactions. Is that a transaction? That doesn't seem like a transaction to me, right? That doesn't seem like uh, a transaction to me. I see they have another player, Justy Josite. Yeah, I'm probably not saying her name right. Is temporarily suspended. I'm assuming this is a foreign player. I've heard her name before. I'm assuming this is a foreign player that's probably still overseas, because of overseas commitments, and will probably join the team later. So, I mean, they obviously, at least in a short-term capacity or some capacity, they have need for players, right? So it's mind-boggling to me that they actually would waive their most popular player. I mean, she is their most popular player. I do think that Caitlyn Chen is probably gonna take over though. But Kate Martin from 2025 to current is selling more jerseys than any other player on that team. So she's a huge. Not having her is gonna be a huge financial loss. All right, in terms of merch sales, the Valkyries are gonna lose money big time, just not having her on the team anymore. So I don't know if this Ileana Rupier situation, putting that out there, is like their attempt to try to create some kind of scenario where they can maybe rescind the wave and keep Martin. I know, I mean, I looked it up. There are circumstances under which a team can rescind a wave, you know, and keep the player. Um, I hope that doesn't happen. I hope that doesn't happen. I think Kate Martin deserves better. I think she deserves to be on a team that's going to see her value and appreciate her value on the court, as well as her fan base, and this love and support that her fan base gives her. And she has a massive amount of fans that is willing to spend money and buy her merch because they like her, and they like buying her jersey and just supporting her as a player. So I hope that doesn't happen. I hope she doesn't end up you know um being reclaimed by them and being under some nonsense junk contract that, you know, one of those 10-day deals. I mean, that's a waste of time. One of those, one of those little 10-day contracts or whatever that is. That's a waste of time for a player with the kind of value she has. She deserves a year, a fully guaranteed, at least bare minimum, a fully guaranteed 1 year contract. If I'm a GM, I'm gonna give her, I mean, she's not like a huge star in the league in terms of her basketball skills, but she has value. I'm giving her a solid contract, and it's gonna be for a year, at least a year, and so she doesn't have to worry about, am I gonna get cut tomorrow, and all of this. Like, that's too much. That's too much. Not player with the kind of value that she brings to the table. Like, there are a lot of players in the league that is considered better basketball players than her, but they don't have the kind of fan support that she has. And players that have massive fan support, that's what the WNBA needs to grow. That's what the league needs to grow. Like, they're going to have to try to figure out, you know, hey, not everybody who's a great basketball player, like some of these other players, they're not great basketball players either. They're okay. They're making teams over these players who are about the same as them, but a Kate Martin has a massive fan base. So if I'm making a decision, I have to take that into account. I have to look at things. I have to look at the financials. It makes sense to strictly the basketball aspect of it. There's just too much involved from a business. You have to look at the business aspect. I know the basketball people, like the coaches. I mean, they're thinking basketball, but I promise you, the people in sales are looking at this and they're scratching their head. They're losing their minds right now because they understand the value that Kate Martin brought to the Valkyries. And I get the feeling, like, I'm looking at this whole Ileana Rupert is out indefinitely due to pregnancy, and I'm like, they might be up to something. Maybe they're trying to scramble to try to keep Kate Martin, but I just hope she goes to a team that wants her and will value her, and she doesn't have to keep worrying about, am I gonna be here next week or next month, and she can just go, know she's valued, and have a great season, and just focus on playing basketball. Just be able to focus. Too many of these players, they're not able to just focus. It's just too much uncertainty. And I just think that's when you have a player that has value, they shouldn't have to deal with that. So I don't know. I hope they're not trying to scramble to try to keep her. And I hope she goes to a team, because I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna take her. I hope she goes to a team that values what she brings to the table. So, I just wanted to just make a quick follow-up video on that. And hopefully I'm wrong. And they're not scrambling trying to keep her because they realize they totally, totally made a massive blunder when they waived, because they should have realized that before they waived her. Anyway, that's all I have to say. And, I wish this young lady nothing but the best. And hopefully she'll end up on a team that values her. Who knows? Maybe she could end up back with the Aces. She knows their system. And, they need to sell some merch too. So, hopefully. But whatever happens, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to take her. And I'll see you in the next video.